What is this weird fascination you have with stories of men trapped on the North Pole?
Ice Station Zebra is on the North Pole. The thing takes place on the South Pole. They literally could not be any more different.
Actually, I want it in a money order. And make it out to Ice Station Zebra Associates. That's my loan out. It's totally legit. It's done just for tax purposes. Any questions?
What is Ice Station Zebra Associates?
It's showtime, folks.
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, we'll be breaking down and discussing what Ice Station Zebra is from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, along with theorizing how it could relate to Kim, and also tease at the fact that she still secretly works with Saul Goodman during Breaking Bad behind the scenes. Warning of spoilers for Breaking Bad, possibly El Camino, along with of course Better Call Saul up to season 5, and let's jump right into this. So while working on my next Gene video, I went down the Ice Station Zebra rabbit hole and decided to do a separate video on the topic. So what is Ice Station Zebra? We must have heard of it and seen it a few times throughout both shows, so let's go ahead through each instance and break down the theory of how it's related to Kim. First off, to be clear, Ice Station Zebra Associates is Saul Goodman's holding company during Breaking Bad. A holding company doesn't sell products or services themselves. They're essentially a parent business, usually a corporation, that owns your business and makes money when you do. Think of it this way, Ice Station Zebra for Saul Goodman is kind of what Madrigal is for Los Pollos Hermanos, although Madrigal is a way huger company. It's like a conglomerate. Now, how does this exactly relate to Kim working with Saul during Breaking Bad? Some of you may already be able to put the pieces together, but let me do what I can to best spell it out.
Pizza delivery for, Icy Wiener? Oh, crud.
I believe that Ice Station Zebra is Kim, and throughout this video, we're going to prove why. Now, since Better Call Saul Season 5 has ended, I've done a handful of videos on Kim, discussing her job, her dark side, along with her future. In one of my Kim videos, I broke down many possibilities about where she could be during Breaking Bad, but there was one theory that I left out. Ice Station Zebra. There were multiple reasons for it, one being that I just never fully understood the significance of it. I had always heard of it or glossed over it, but it wasn't until after that video that I truly considered looking into it. During my research, the phrases conglomerate and holding company were interchangeable, although they have slightly different meanings and uses. Apparently, a conglomerate is a large business formed when one company purchases or merges with other companies. Conglomerates are often formed with a single parent company. That company, known as a holding company, owns a part or all of the company. Also, another thing to point out is that money laundering is often considered a form of tax evasion, which is what I believe Saul Goodman uses Ice Station Zebra Associates for, although I'm unsure if he uses any offshore bank account methods in his tax evasion. With all that out of the way, here's everything we know about Ice Station Zebra. The first point being, what's up with the name?
What is Ice Station Zebra Associates?
The name is actually based off of a 1963 novel that was adapted into a movie in 1968. The story is a Cold War thriller where a team in a submarine have to travel to the North Pole to rescue survivors at Ice Station Zebra. Along the way, the team discovers that one among them is a traitor trying to sabotage the mission along with the submarine. I won't spoil the movie because it's honestly pretty good. I don't think that spoiling it will help us out when it comes to Better Call Saul, but I figured it was at least worth mentioning a brief synopsis to explain where the literal name Ice Station Zebra actually comes from. I love stories set in the Cold War era, and it seems like more and more pieces of entertainment are picking up on this setting.
We've got a job to do.
I don't think that in Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad, the name of the company, Ice Station Zebra Associates, actually has really anything to do with the situation it's used in. The name is based off of a movie, which has nothing to do with Saul Goodman's business whatsoever. If the name might be possible to twist into some sort of pun in regards to Saul Goodman, let me know, but what I do know is that Jimmy McGill, or Saul Goodman, is a big movie buff, in that throughout Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, the show creators used that as an excuse to be a big movie buff through him.
It's showtime, folks.
So initially, you just automatically assume that the name was created by Saul or Jimmy, but is that really the case? Now, let's discuss every instance we've seen or heard of Ice Station Zebra during Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Although Better Call Saul happens before Breaking Bad in the Gilliverse timeline, I'll be starting with Breaking Bad as it was chronologically released first in real life.
Okay. Show me.
Breaking Bad is Season 2, Episode 8, Better Call Saul. You've all heard me talk about this episode a ton, and I'm not finished yet. It seems as though Saul's first Breaking Bad episode, which is titled Better Call Saul, is connected to many instances of the TV show Better Call Saul. Go figure. While rewatching the episode one of the many times that I have for my videos, I think it was just for my last video about Hank, I noticed that Saul mentions Ice Station Zebra to Badger when telling Badger what to fill out his check to.
And make it out to Ice Station Zebra Associates. That's my loan out. It's totally legit. It's done just for tax purposes. And after that, we can discuss Visa or MasterCard, but definitely not American Express, so don't even ask, all right? Any questions?
The fact that Ice Station Zebra was mentioned in Saul's very first episode ever is very telling of its importance. Even if it is reverse engineering by the writers, they've done a damn good job creating significance in certain aspects of Saul Goodman's life, even from the very beginning. Saul Goodman references Ice Station Zebra as his loan out, tells Badger not to worry about it, that it's totally legit, and that it's for tax purposes. To me at least, this is obviously implying that Saul is using this company as a loophole to get out of paying a bunch of taxes. You say that it's legit, but coming from him, this obviously means that it's probably not. Breaking Bad is Season 3, Episode 11. Next up, we see Ice Station Zebra written on a check that Walt shows Skyler from Saul. This is around the time that Skyler starts getting involved with Walt's business, and most of the episode focuses on them figuring out how to realistically launder money by finding a business that they could buy that the public and their family would believe. Skyler believes that Saul isn't being cautious enough, and that this all stems from her asking what Ice Station Zebra is after seeing it on Saul's check.
What is Ice Station Zebra Associates?
It's a loan out. It's fine.
Who's loan out?
It's fine. Really. I have a guy.
Okay,
Either she just found the name odd, or she's actually seen the movie Ice Station Zebra, or has heard of it, she's aware of it, and she realized that the company is named after the movie. I'd get more into how Walt and Skyler end up buying the car wash instead of laser tag like Saul recommends, but Ice Station Zebra isn't brought up again. Walt tells Skyler that it's a loan out company when she asks, and he says not to worry about it. He's trying to brush it under the rug because he didn't want her to go and meet Saul. Well, that didn't really turn out.
Yes, my guy is a top guy.
who is he? What's his name? What are his qualifications? Walt.
Clearly his taste in women is the same as his taste in lawyers, only the very best, with just the right amount of dirty. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Now, it's just the thing that gave Skyler the initiative to look into Saul Goodman for herself. Also, worth mentioning that Ice Station Zebra is in the bottom of all of Saul Goodman's commercials in fine print. Important notice, only the Breaking Bad Saul Goodman commercials have Ice Station Zebra on it, which makes sense because as we know, Saul Goodman's holding company didn't officially exist yet during Better Call Saul. And speaking of Better Call Saul plane, it's mentioned during multiple episodes, so let's take a look. Better Call Saul is the show creator's way of reverse engineering things from Breaking Bad to add in a little bit more subtext, and this is no different. It seems as though they're teasing the origins of Ice Station Zebra Associates, and if we put on our tinfoil hats, we can even link it to the possibility of Kim still working with Saul during Breaking Bad. But for real, let's start with Better Call Saul Season 2, Episode 3. Now, as a payoff to all that movie talk earlier, this episode literally shows him and Jimmy watching Ice Station Zebra together. This is how we know for a fact that they copied the name of the movie. What's really funny here, or interesting, is that this scene depicts Kim as the movie buff. Kim's actually the one who seems to be a big fan of the movie, acting as if she's seen it a million times.
We're going down and fast. Check this out. This is a good part.
So do they all die? Tell me that much. Does Rock Hudson run him into an iceberg? Is this before or after he did McMillan and Wife?
Shut up. Watch the movie.
She's quoting the movie saying, oh, pay attention to this is the best part, and things like that. Not only that, but they're acting like she's showing it to Jimmy for the first time. I could just see this conversation and how it probably went down. With Jimmy being the big movie buff that he is, Kim was probably surprised that he's never seen it before, so she adamantly decides to show it to him. Also, fun Kim fact that might be very important in the future. She says that her dad was actually the one that used to love the movie, which is probably why she loves it so much. Is this the only time we've ever heard about Kim's dad on the show? What happened to Kim's dad?
What is this weird fascination you have with stories of men trapped on the North Pole?
Ice Station Zebra is on the North Pole. The thing takes place on the South Pole. They literally could not be any more different. My dad loves this one.
Yeah, him and Howard Hughes.
I know, right? Can't get too finer reviews than that.
During the season 5 Kim flashback, we see her mother, who's a drunk driver, but we don't know anything about the dad as far as I'm aware. The mystery of Kim's mother and father will probably play a huge role into her dark side, along with why she turned into a goody two-shoes workaholic before meeting Jimmy. And Kim had also alluded to the fact that she maybe was sort of a delinquent of sorts before she smartened up her act. So why? Is it because of her parents?
I'm from the Midwest, just a tiny little town barely on the map, near the Kansas-Nebraska border. You've never heard of it. One day I just looked around at my life, at who I was, and realized if I kept going the way I was going...
Which way was that?
Best case, probably married to the guy that ran the town gas station.
Now, not to derail this too much, it's just that I already have multiple huge videos breaking down Kim's character, her past, and her possible future, and that small comment about her dad just seems really important in regards to everything we've discussed about Kim previously on the channel. Okay, so Kim's past soapbox over. Let's go ahead and move on to the next instance of Ice Station Zebra being mentioned in Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul Season 2, Episode 6. Which shows the first time that Ice Station Zebra Associates has ever been written on a check. This is obviously a reference to how Skyler sees it written on the check in Breaking Bad, and I find that a funny little Easter egg. Now to back up for a second, this is all because Kim calls Jimmy to join her for a con at a bar. Jimmy arrives and they do what they do best. Later on, at Kim's apartment, we're shown her holding a check made out to Ice Station Zebra for $10,000. Jimmy asks Kim if she's ever going to cash it. He jokes saying that he might know a guy who could help, but she states that it'd be better to keep it as a souvenir of the night before.
You gonna cash that? I might know a guy who can help.
It's better as a souvenir.
Now, as I said, Jimmy was probably joking, but could Kim ever cash that check? Normally checks are only good for half a year, right? Regardless, Kim does say that she'll keep it as a souvenir, and she stands it up in the corner of her mirror. I'd like to theorize that maybe Kim and Jimmy keep in touch going into the Breaking Bad timeline, and that Kim could possibly help Jimmy set up his office, even by possibly convincing Francesca to come back and work for him. Because as we saw from Better Call Saul Season 3, we all know that Francesca liked Kim a lot more than Jimmy. But that's besides the point. I believe that once Saul Goodman is all set up and running like we know him to be during Breaking Bad, Kim partners with him in order to set up Ice Station Zebra Associates. Now, it is possible that Saul just could have named the company after the movie, but all the evidence actually points to Kim. Kim's the one who loved the movie since she was young due to her father being obsessed with it. She's the one who showed it to Jimmy, and they wrote it on that very first check because of her showing him the movie. Not only that, but she is the one who kept the check as a souvenir, most likely meaning a lot to her, not only because of how they got the check, but also because she's been a huge fan of the movie her whole life, again because of her father. I believe that Kim must have still been helping Saul when he was setting up his whole business, as we see in Breaking Bad, and that when they were thinking for a name for their holding company, Kim actually was the one to probably suggest Ice Station Zebra. Maybe they thought about it all day, not making any sudden decisions on the name. Kim could maybe go home and then she sees the check, recalling and remembering back to one of her first cons with Jimmy. Knowing everything that we've just discussed, the name Ice Station Zebra seems perfect for the name of Saul's holding company, especially one that Kim operates. Calling the company Ice Station Zebra Associates is totally something that Kim would suggest, and I could totally see Jimmy loving it and going with it because he's a huge movie buff. So with that being said, I love how originally in Breaking Bad, you just thought that the name Ice Station Zebra was Saul's idea if you knew what the movie was due to him being a movie buff, but with the help of some reverse engineering by the show writers in Better Call Saul, that Kim is most likely the one to name the company Ice Station Zebra Associates after all, bringing it back into relevance and creating a full circle type of moment. I could actually see them ending the Kim-Jimmy Better Call Saul prequel story with them explaining how Saul and Kim create Ice Station Zebra Associates this way. I'd go as far as to even predict that Kim wanting to work with Saul under Ice Station Zebra would literally mirror how Skylar wanted to work with Walt by laundering money at the car wash.
Me. I'll be the Danny.
No, Skylar, that is not a good idea.
I'm perfectly capable of managing a small business.
A legal business, not this.
Who else could we trust?
No.
Walt.
Walt didn't want Skylar to be involved in his criminal activities, but Skylar insisted that she was the most capable person that they could trust. Likewise, Saul may argue against Kim working with him, not only because he doesn't want her involved in his criminal activities, but also after seeing her slip in Kimmy's side and seeing how it corrupts her. Again, mirroring Skylar arguing to Walt, Kim could argue to Saul that she's the most capable person that they could trust, and I could see Kim convincing Saul to have her run and operate Ice Station Zebra Associates behind the scenes, with Saul Goodman being the face. So the name and idea was created by Jimmy and Kim during Better Call Saul, and then in Breaking Bad we actually see it take effect and come to fruition. It seems as though it was right under our noses the whole time, staring us in the face. I only started creating content for the show around Better Call Saul Season 3, and since this Ice Station Zebra stuff was in Season 2, I guess it never really stuck out to me until now. As many of you have said in the comments of my Where's Kim during Breaking Bad video, I'm surprised that it took me this long to do a full video on the subject, and thanks to the comments like those, I actually sat down and took the time to look more into it. The show creators have said multiple times that during the first season, they kept it ambiguous as to how important Kim was to Jimmy and the overall story, along with whether or not they actually had a relationship. It wasn't until Season 2 that they actually started to really know what they were doing with Kim's character, along with what to do with her relationship with Jimmy. The show creators have also said that they've always wanted to fit in more of Kim's backstory, but they've had troubles finding the room. Them adding in this info about Kim relating to Ice Station Zebra not only tells us a lot about her backstory regarding her father, but it also purposely leaves breadcrumbs, possibly showing and explaining just how important she can become later down the road by the end of the show going into Breaking Bad. Finally, I'd like to wrap up this theory in a nice little bow by bringing up and connecting yet another one of my theory breakdowns, the Better Call Saul episode 405 Breaking Bad Flash Forward. During that scene, while Saul is preparing to disappear, he sets up Francesca to make a phone call as one of the final things that she does for him.
Okay, and where are you going to be November 12th at 3 p.m.?
I'll be there, but if it doesn't ring at 3 on the dot, I'm gone.
Don't worry, it's going to ring.
We theorized in the past that this person could be Kim, and now it all makes sense. It's probably related to the whole Ice Station Zebra situation, and Saul is probably just giving Francesca details on how to handle the entire situation without her or Kim getting in trouble for it. I'll be discussing this more in my Gene/Kim reunion video, because I believe that this is a strong theory leading towards how they will eventually meet up again in the Gene timeline. What do you think? Do you think it's Kim and or Ice Station Zebra that Saul is getting Francesca to call? If you have any Ice Station Zebra theories of your own, let me know. Is there any info about it that I've missed? Do you have an idea of how it could relate to Kim and her future during Breaking Bad? Also, how could this possibly relate to a Gene and Kim reunion? Once Better Call Saul Season 6 releases, if there's any updated information on any of this Ice Station Zebra business, I'll definitely be sure to make one last finalized Ice Station Zebra video. This whole Ice Station Zebra discussion spawned from me working on my next Gene video, which focuses on a possible Kim and Gene reunion. I originally was going to discuss Ice Station Zebra during my Gene and Kim reunion video as just one of the theories, but after researching Ice Station Zebra itself a bit more, take a shot every time I say Ice Station Zebra, I decided it was worth warranting its own discussion video, so here we are. Since this video is directly related to Saul working with Kim leading up to a possible Gene reunion, I'm actually going to release my next Gene discussion a few videos from now, as I have a few things to do in the meantime. Not only would I honestly like more time to work on it, but also, as returning viewers might be able to tell with my uploading patterns, I like to space out the same topic a little bit. This prevents back-to-back videos from seeming repetitive, and it also allows for a full discussion to be had on the current topic before we move on to the next one. This is usually why I don't mention what my next video will be, because sometimes things like this come up where I turn a side idea into an entire video of its own, and then the schedule changes as videos get shifted around a bit. The Gene and Kim reunion video is still coming very soon, within a few weeks. It'll be linked at the end of this video once it's completed and uploaded in the near future. So to anyone watching these in the future, the past few moments have been pointless for you, I'm sorry, but how's the year 2021 going? Oh. Well, how about the people from 2022? Oh. Okay, moving on. I'm getting sidetracked here. Just think of this video as sort of a side theory spin-off to my next Gene video. Now that we've discussed Ice Station Zebra, if you have any theories relating to either Ice Station Zebra or a Gene and Kim reunion, let me know in the comments. If I see any really good theories that I want to focus on, I might mention them in my next Gene video and pop up your comment on screen. I hope you enjoyed my breakdown of everything we currently know about Ice Station Zebra Associates from the Breaking Bad Better Call Saul universe up to Better Call Saul Season 5. Jeez, this video was supposed to originally be a short little video under 10 minutes, but looking at the word count and the timer on the recording right now, that's not going to be the case. So I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything that I've said today, and if you're new here, just haven't yet already, subscribe and hit that bell notification to stay updated on whenever I post new content on Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. As always, I thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of the support, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
Guess, that's it. Quite right, huh?
Actually knows what he's doing, and safe and cautious is you not being involved in this at all.
Well, it's a little late on that. This is what happens when you decide to pay our bills with drug money.